St. Peter's and Money Talk here, back at you with another video. And this video, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over being too poor to pay rent. So what happens when you're too poor to pay rent? Real question: why are you too poor to pay rent? Is it because you spent all your money like a fool, or is it because your job is not paying you much? I mean, there's two ways to fix these problems. I mean, if you're like spending money like food, you know what? Just step back. Just cut some spending out. Maybe you're spending, I don't know, $200 every single month going out and eat. I mean, you don't need to do that. Spending $200 every month. I mean, just cut back on that. You save you extra $200. I mean, there's nothing wrong eating out. Just don't do it all the time. But then when your job don't pay you that much, then you don't have as much control when your job's not paying you much. One thing you could do is consider getting a better paying job. It could be another job in the same company, or you can't get a better paying job at your company, then look for another company to work at. If they do not want to promote you. Because let's be honest, if you're at a job for like, I don't know, 10 years, somebody comes in, they've only been working there for like, what, a couple years, and they get promoted past you. Do you stay or do you go? I mean, that's up to you. I'm just pointing that out. But you was making like low pay. That person just comes in, they start getting paid more than you. Maybe it's time to look for another job. But you're like, what? Hey, Kent, you know what? I've been trying to find another job for like 6 months and nobody's hired me. I've been there, guys. I really been there. I was living with my parents. I was trying to get another job, and nobody would hire me, which is a shame because I thought it'd be easier for me to get a job. But for some reason, it was just tough for me to get a job back then. People have it easier now because back then you didn't have all these side gigs, so you get you a job with a side gig. In other words, if you don't know what a side gig is, let me rephrase it: a side hustle. So you see me doing videos with just one side hustle, and it's Uber Eats. I do DoorDash too. So I don't think I'm gonna do DoorDash that much. Actually, I do Uber Eats. So I think I might just do DoorDash too. I have like $500 and then just end it right there. Because once I make things like $600, if I make more than $600, I gotta report it to the IRS. So I'm trying to keep the DoorDash down. But Uber Eats, it's all good. So Uber Eats, I mean, the pay's not that good. But if you have if your car's like in good shape, because my car's kind of old, but your car's in good shape, then this could be a good side hustle for you to do. You set your own hours, and you can quit anytime you want to. I mean, when I'm doing Uber Eats, I just press that go button and I start. Then I press the end button. When I do not want to get any more offers, I just press the stop button. It's a stopper in. Can't think right now. Well, I know it's red. So you basically control how long you work for. So that just could be good for you. So let's say your job really is not paying you that much. You work a 9 to 5. We're saying you work 9 to 5. So you come home. So when can you find time to work for the side hustle? Let's say you did get off at 5 o'clock. You know what? As soon as you get off of work, you can literally start the side hustle right there. Maybe you want to take like an hour break in between. So maybe you want to start like around 6 or 7 o'clock. And you could do the side hustle until like 10 or 11 o'clock. So you get like a few hours out of it. I don't really like doing a side hustle at night. But some of these roads, some of these houses I go to, is hard to see at night. Because there's not like a lot of... I live, like some places I go to is like the country, so I don't get a lot of light in some of these places. Maybe you got that one day in a week. Let's say you work 5 days a week. So guess what? There's an extra day. You can do the side hustle. And you can do the side hustle for like 12 hours a day. And the pay could vary. You seen me make $100 in 12 hours. I know that was horrible. That was a poor example. I could have made $100 a lot faster than that, but the Walmart orders, they were like pretty slow. But I'm going to do another 12-hour Uber Eats stuff just to show you how much I can really make in 12 hours. Because that was a poor example. I feel like that was just misleading because everything was slow. But I'm going to try another 12-hour Uber Eats stuff once I hit 600 subscribers. Because I know people see that it took me 12 hours to make $100. That made people not want to try it. It turned people off. But Uber Eats not the only one. There's Walmart Smart. I haven't tried that one yet. There's Amazon Flex. With Amazon Flex, I think you actually had to like fight for a schedule. Like there's like a Friday. Let's say there's Saturday available. I think you had to like fight for it before somebody else get it. So it's not like you work anytime you feel like it. But you have some kind of control over the hours you work. So you sort of make your own hours, but not really, because you gotta fight for what's ever available with Amazon Flex. I never did it, but I seen YouTubers talk about it. Uber and Lyft. So this is just plain Uber and plain Lyft. So this one could be really dangerous because you never know what kind of passenger you have in your car. But I don't quite know how much they pay out. I imagine they would pay more than Uber Eats. I hope they pay a lot more than Uber Eats. Because it's not that safe since you have that passenger in your car. Because you don't know what they're going to do. My dad even pointed out because I was thinking about trying it out. I don't know if you've seen any of my past videos, but this was like back in the 90s, I guess. He had this friend that was like cab driver, and they got stabbed in the neck. And nobody helped him either. He came out of his cab. He was trying to get help. Nobody helped him. So that's pretty much why my dad didn't think Uber Eats, not Uber Eats, but Uber was a good side hustle to do. But if you like, you know what, that's not gonna happen to me. I mean, that is up to you. I mean, every job is dangerous. Don't mean that you'll be attacked being an Uber driver. I mean, you could carry I'm trying not to get demonetized, but you know what I'm trying. You could carry your friend with you. I'm just changing the words of this. I think I know what you're talking about. Just think of Scarface when he say hello to my little friend. You know what he's talking about. So that's pretty much what I'm talking about right now. I mean, I guess you could take your friend with you when you're doing Uber and Lyft. So those are like some side hustles you can do. Instant Cart's another one. And you want to know what I like about these side hustles? You don't have to do an interview at all. Back when I was living with my parents, these side hustles didn't even exist. It's like as soon as I moved out, as soon as I got a job, it's like all these side hustles just pop up all of a sudden. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, there's more of these side hustles. You just gotta look into it. Sometimes you go on YouTube, you find side hustles to do. Just speaking of YouTube, YouTube's another side hustle you could do. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna take a while to make money with YouTube. Unless you're just really good getting views, it's gonna take you a while to get. Cause I'm trying to get subscribers. I'm trying to get my channel monetized since August of 2020. September 2020, I'm trying to get it monetized. So that's another option to help you pay rent when you're too poor to pay it. Another option, consider finding a cheaper place. So maybe instead of living in like a $1,200 apartment, consider looking for a cheaper apartment. It's like, try to find one that's like $800 a month. So that's $400 difference right there. So you move out that $1,200 a month apartment, you find something that's like $800, or even better, find something that's like $700 a month. You'd be saving you $400 to $500 every single month, and that's a lot of money to be saving every month. Another thing you could do, maybe the area you live in, maybe those are like cheaper apartments. Let's say $1,100 a month is like the cheapest apartments in your area, which is pretty sad if it is. Another way to solve this problem, get a roommate. Yeah, it's an option. Getting a roommate is an option. You had them like pay like half the rent. It makes things cheap for you. So if $1,100 a month was your rent, guess what? Now that you have a roommate, you only pay like $550 a month. Yeah, that's a big saving right there. Or maybe you want to stretch it even further. Maybe you want to get like 2 roommates and divide. Alexa, what's 1,100 divided by 3?
1,100 divided by 3 is approximately 366.6667.
I'll also say $368 a month, which would be quite a lot of saving. 367. So all the Alexa says like 366.6667. 367 a month paying rent. Now that's a lot of saving right there. And it helps even more. These people are like your friends, then you know them pretty good. Because it's better to have friends as roommates than strangers, in my opinion. Because with my friends, I know what type of people they are. I know what they're not gonna do. I know what they're not like. I know what they are like. But with strangers, you don't really know what to expect. Because people are horrible sometimes. And this is the last result, guys. I know this is gonna hurt a lot of you guys' pride. It's gonna hurt a lot of y'all pride. And even you girls out there that move out, it's gonna hurt your pride too. But sometimes you just gotta self-defeat, guys. You just gotta self it. Move back in with your parents as the last result. So this is the last result. I mean, you're gonna feel like a failure having to move back in with your parents. Okay, so you had to move back in with your parents. I mean, it may be a little embarrassing being an adult, being a grown man or grown woman, living with mom and dad, but it's better than being homeless. So does this mean that you failed as an adult? No, it doesn't mean you failed. Just take this as an opportunity to save up some money to put down on a home. So obviously your parents probably not going to. Some of y'all parents will probably charge you rent, but obviously they're not going to charge you as much as the apartment you was living in. Maybe they'll only charge you like a couple $100 a month. I don't know how much they're going to charge you. But I imagine it will be significantly less than what we're paying for rent. And some of y'all might get lucky Some of y'all parents might take y'all back in, might not charge you any rent. Some of your parents might be glad to have you back home, especially if they live by themselves. They might be glad to have you back. So you can use this money. You can use, not money, but you can use this moment to save up money. Because now that you're not paying money on bills, because when you're living with your parents, you're not going to have as much bills. So you'll have more, you know how they say you'll have more time on your hand? You'll have more money on your hand when you're living with your parents. So just save that money up. And once you have a good amount of money, instead of paying rent, put money down on the home afterwards. And that is all I'm going to say. So you like this video? I hope it really helped you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And let 2023 be the year for you. Bye for now.